a needle, a human eye, and inside that syringe, not a drug, a memory. You probably know someone who has it. You probably think you know what it is. You don't, because glaucoma isn't really an eye disease. It's a preview of what aging does to every nerve in your body, slowly, silently, without warning. And for 60 years, medicine has had exactly one answer: slow it down. That's it. That's the whole playbook. Until February 2026. The optic nerve is simple to understand. It's a cable. Eye to brain. Signal travels. You see. When that cable degrades, the signal weakens. When it's gone, so is your vision. Permanently. No surgery reverses it. No drug rebuilds it. No treatment has ever brought it back in the entire history of medicine. Not once. Until someone asked the wrong question. The standard question was always, how do we protect the nerve? Reasonable, logical, completely wrong. The better question, the one nobody asked for 20 years, was this: what if the nerve isn't gone? What if it's just quiet, not dead, offline, like a machine that's powered down? The hardware still there, the software corrupted, the data intact. What if you could just reboot it? Here's where it gets strange. In 2006, a Japanese scientist named Shinya Yamanaka discovered something that broke the rules. Every adult cell in your body, your skin, your nerves, your eyes, still carries the original code, the blueprint of you, young before the damage. It doesn't disappear with age, it gets buried. And Yamanaka found the switches to unbury it. 4 genetic factors. Flip them on, and the cell forgets its age. It starts over. He won the Nobel Prize. Because it worked too well. Turn those switches on completely, and the cells don't just get younger. They lose all control. They multiply without stopping. Cancer. So the discovery sat on a shelf for nearly 2 decades. Too powerful to use. Too important to abandon. Then someone asked a different question. What if you don't flip it all the way? What if, instead of a full reset, you just nudge the cell, just enough to remind it how to function, not enough to lose control? That's what Life Biosciences is attempting. They stripped out the one factor linked to uncontrolled growth, kept 3, packaged them inside a modified virus engineered to deliver, not infect, injected directly into the eye, and then a kill switch, a single pill. Take it, the reprogramming activates. Stop it, it halts. On, off, controlled. In February 2026, the FDA said, go ahead. First human trial, running now. Why start with the eye? Because it's small, contained. If something goes wrong, it doesn't spread. The eye is the safest place to test the most dangerous idea in modern medicine. But here's what nobody says out loud. The retina is brain tissue, the same type of cells, the same type of signal. If you can reprogram neurons in the eye, the distance between this and everything else is not very far. I should be honest. Phase 1 is about safety, not proof of reversal. We may not see efficacy data for another year, and even if it works in the eye, scaling to the brain, the spine, the heart, that's a completely different problem. This could fail. Most trials do. But I keep coming back to one thing. Every treatment before this was fighting the symptom. This one is fighting time. That's a different kind of medicine. And once you try to fight time, you can't really go back to the old playbook. The patients in this trial signed a form, a consent form. It said, in clinical language, "We don't know what will happen." And they signed anyway, because they've already watched their vision disappear. Because there's something in a person when the standard options run out that reaches for the strange option, the untested one, the one that sounds impossible. Right now, in a facility most people have never heard of, those cells are receiving a signal. Remember, remember what you were. Whether they answer that signal is the question that will define the next 100 years of medicine. Not just for eyes, for everything that ages, for everything that forgets. For us,